Hello world of the internet, it's Bear here. It's time for the Chrisley Knows Best episode reactions. It's about to come on. So the episode started, all the women, so it was Faye, Savannah, Lindsay, and Julie were doing some gardening. And Savannah didn't get why in the world you would garden. Why don't you just hire somebody to do it? And Todd got there and thought the same thing. It was stupid, he thought. And then he's not comfortable being around any dirt. So he's like, don't you get a speck of dirt on me. And then somebody, I forget who it was, Savannah I think, said, you're such a girl. Then later on at the house, Todd asked Lindsay why she didn't bring Jackson over. And Lindsay's like, well, he's spending time with his dad today. I don't feel comfortable bringing him over here with his dad because you and Will don't get along. Of course, if y'all haven't heard, Will and Lindsay, it was announced, I think, 2 weeks ago that they're getting a divorce. So this was filmed before that. But Todd, at this point, hadn't seen him in 2 years. Since in one of the earlier episodes, they went to a shooting range. And Todd like, oh, I guess I'll scare him off. So he agreed to go have dinner with Will so they could discuss their differences. And Todd started talking to himself in the mirror like, this is what's going to go down. You're going to apologize to me. And then Julie walked in like, who are you talking to? He's like, I'm talking to Will. People don't talk to themselves in a mirror. So there was a thing for the Chrisleys that just came on about who they were supporting on the Voice, which coach. And Todd's like, I'm Team Blake, because he's a big country music star like me. In his dreams, he sang that one song for Julie. Now he's a huge country music star. I think not. So the first commercial break just ended. So Grayson has a crush on a girl at 10 years old. And he was asking Savannah, like, well, how do you talk to a girl? She's like, I don't know how to answer that question. He's like, well, why are you asking that? He's like, no reason. She's like, Grayson, I know you better than anybody. I know you have a reason. He's like, okay, I got a crush on a girl. Savannah thinks that he's way too young for that. I didn't have any crushes at 10 years old. So they go to lunch. It was lunch, not dinner. So Todd and Julie go to lunch with Lindsay and Will. And it gets very awkward. So Julie and Will hug. And then Lindsay and Todd hug. And then Will and Todd shake hands. And it gets really awkward. It gets awkward silence. And then Todd's like, well, who wants to break the ice? And then Will's like, I want to just put the past behind us. And Todd's like, they cut to the B interview or whatever it's called. And he's like, I'm still waiting for my apology for not asking me if you could marry my daughter and going and eloping. And Todd's like, I am willing to make up with you because of how much I love my son, your grandson, Jackson. And I actually like him more than I like both of you two combined. Anyway, they're no longer, well, they're married. They're getting a divorce now. I mean, it's kind of sad, but that's how it ended up. I don't know exactly why, but they felt like, time's up and you got to respect that. So, it's on the next commercial break. It's 10:26. It's almost the end. So just one more scene left. Probably them in bed, of course. Grayson got to go on a date with his crush. So first you see Grayson and Faye and Lindsay and Savannah there in the ice cream shop. Of course, he's 10. He can't go on an unsupervised date. So then his date shows up. She's cute, and he's just, it's kind of awkward. Like, he doesn't know what to do. And Savannah and Lindsay are giving him all these tricks, like whispering over to him. Well, first, Faye told him to tell her, roses are red, violets are blue. The angels in heaven know I love you. Anyway, it goes pretty well. They get some good conversation. She says she wants to go on another date. But, I mean, how serious can a relationship between two 10-year-olds be? I don't know. Maybe they'll end up marrying each other for all we know. But I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Probably not. And then it shows Todd and Julie and Savannah arriving at Lindsay and Will's house. Now, they came up with an idea, Lindsay did, that Will and Todd would put together this swing set. And Todd's like, I don't know nothing about building no swing set. I'm not the right kind of guy to do that. And Todd's like, well, why don't you just pay extra to build a swing set? That's what I did for y'all when y'all were little. Pay for the store to come out here and build it. And Will's like, what would be the point of that? So they start building it. It gets pretty awkward. Oh, it's coming back on. So it just ended. So Todd and Will were trying to build the swing set. It got pretty awkward for a while. Like, Todd didn't. Like, Will was saying all this about how I'm surprised you're letting me use the power tools because I'm known for cutting off fingers by accident. That scared Todd to death. And they really actually started bonding. They were just laughing about how crummy they were doing, but it turned out actually pretty well. And then Will finally apologized for marrying Lindsay without Todd's permission. All of a sudden, Todd just felt really good, and he forgave him because that was a long time ago. He was younger, and he's just really proud that he was able to get the guts to apologize. So then when they got in bed, after Grayson was telling Todd and Julie about the date, Todd was like, well, I now have a son-in-law, but I feel this void. Now there's no one I can dislike. If that's your biggest problem, you're doing fine. If you can't find anybody to dislike. Anyway, it was a good show. I mean, it's kind of sad that it didn't work out with Will, but it seemed like it was going in a good direction. I think he truly matured from the last time we saw him 2 years ago. Now, everybody, I'm sorry last night I was not able to record a Dancing with the Stars reaction video as promised for the premiere. The reason was I was running out of storage because I had so much Rock the Universe content from the weekend that I'm still actually getting it uploaded, but from what I've gotten up now, I've deleted it because it's backed up on YouTube. So I didn't have enough storage to keep making more videos. But I promise y'all, next week during the show, I'll talk a little bit about last week and how it's progressed to this week. So, even though I wasn't able to talk about it, I just want to talk about one thing that happened. After Ryan Lochte got done dancing, there were some protesters. I mean, when one of the presidential candidates is talking, a lot of times there are protesters, but that has never happened before on Dancing with the Stars, and I don't think any reality competition show that I know of. I mean, of course, every once in a while you get some boos, but usually towards the judges, not towards the contestants. So you had these. So you heard Carrie Ann when she was giving her comments. They kept it on her, the camera on her, because the producers didn't want the protesters to get seen, because they were probably just doing all that they were doing just to get media attention. So they had these shirts on that said Lochte and circle and a slash through it. Because hey, they were so offended that he came on the show that they had to go out there onto the dance floor. And I think I heard that maybe they threw something at him. I'm not sure if that's true. But some footage got revealed on GMA this morning. Of course, Tom just went and cut to commercial, and I was thinking, like, what in the world is going on? For all I knew, somebody brought out a gun and put it to Lochte's face. Like, for real this time. Now, good thing, the security tackled them and got them out and got them arrested. They were released on a $1,000 bond. It actually showed Derek coming from backstage, going to this group of protesters and telling them to leave, saying, this is a good show, this is a positive show, there's no room for this here. This is not what this show is about. He said he could just feel a shift in the mood of the show, and he just knew that that wasn't right. Even though he said he didn't know Ryan too well, but he just, out of respect for the show, he didn't feel like this protesting should be happening. Which, I pick on Derek a lot. I mean, I think he's won too many times, but he really is a good guy. And I think he really cares about the show, and he didn't want that going on. I mean, nobody does. I think it's sad that, these people were so offended by his actions that they have to go onto the show in front of, like, 12 million viewers to protest against him. I mean, regardless, he made some mistakes. There's no denying that. But he didn't do anything that really harmed that many people. I mean, he said he felt really bad that his friends, like when they got to the airport, they had to be checked. And people in that situation were victimized. But just as some random person who watched the Olympics, he didn't do anything to you. So I don't see why you need to go out of your way to protest against him. He's trying to prove himself a good man, and he's really serious about making this his second chance, and he wants to prove that he's just a guy who made a mistake, and you should respect him for that. You shouldn't try and attack him. I think if security hadn't gotten those men, they might have tried to attack him. Anyway, I just think it's really sad that people have to do that. And by the way, he agreed to the show before the incident even happened. Dancing with the Stars didn't just go, ooh, we gotta find somebody with controversy. Oh, let's get Ryan Lochte. No. I mean, maybe they thought once it happened, maybe we'll get some more viewers, but they didn't want this to happen. They didn't think in their wildest dreams this would happen. I'm assuming security is going to be amped up for next week. I'm hoping. I mean, who knows what could happen. So, the reason security didn't catch anybody was because these guys with the anti-Lochte shirts on, they had coats on. And after he danced, they tore him off. And then it's just sad. But hopefully security will ask everybody to take off their coats if they're wearing them. I mean, they just need to have an increased presence. Because who knows, somebody who is not using good judgment could do something really bad. And I think it's just really sad that it has to be like that. I mean, this world is not a good place. I mean, it's a good place, but there are some scary things out there. So, anyway, it's really sad what happened. I've been an avid Dancing with the Stars fan for 9 years now. Half of my life. I've never seen anything that sad happen. Anyway, I'm just a bear, living a crazy life. Even though what I just talked about wasn't that crazy, it was kind of sad.